Okay, what's up guys? This is Miss Hawkins. As you know, I've been quarantined once again because of the Rona. So, I don't have it, thankfully, but I still cannot come back to school this week. So, what I have done is made a series of videos to help you practice in class this week. What we're going to focus on this week is Fiesta Time. For today, which is Monday, February 1st, we are going to focus on measures 7 through 15. So this is how we're going to practice. As always, we focus on the big four, okay? So first things first, tone quality. Is our sound choked out? Is it airy and unfocused? Or is it full? Is it rich? Is it resonant? Okay. Second thing is rhythm and timing. Are we playing with the metronome? First of all, do we have our internal pulse at the right speed? Are we in time with our stand partner? Are we in time with our section? Are we in time with the rest of the orchestra? Are we playing the right duration of notes? Quarter notes, 1 beat, half notes, 2 beats, eighth notes, half of a beat. Okay, third thing, intonation. Are we matching pitch with the person sitting next to us? Are we realizing if our fingers or pitches are in tune, flat, or below the pitch, or sharp, above the pitch? Okay. Fourth thing, rhythm and articulation. If we look at this passage, we see that we do have some staccatos and we do have some slurs. So staccatos indicate that the notes are short. Staccatos are those dots that go above or beneath the note head. Slurs are those little smiley faces or those frowny faces that go above or beneath the note head. Slurs mean that we have multiple notes in the same bow direction, okay? When you're doing a slur, you do not stop the bow. Good. Okay, so when we practice, what we want to do first is choose a conservative tempo. Start at a slow tempo. We eventually want to get to 120 beats per minute. We are not there yet. So what we're going to do is start at 80 beats per minute, okay? So practicing slowly really helps us to focus on those four components and helps our brain to process it more efficiently. So when you practice, you start at the slow tempo and you choose a small passage. So 7 through 15 is our passage. If that's too big of a passage for you, start slow. Start with a smaller passage. So you can practice measures 7 through 8. You can practice 7 through 11 and then work your way up to 7 through 15, okay? Start slowly. And then once you can play your passage at least 3 times without making a mistake, then you can bump your metronome up by no more than 5 clicks. So you're going from 80 beats per minute to 85 beats per minute. Now, if you were to play it 2 times without messing up, and then you mess up on the 3rd try, start the count back over. We are trying to build in good habits, good muscle memory, so that we don't have to be labored down in our thinking when we perform, okay? So I'm going to set the metronome to 80. Here is the first violin part. 2, ready, and... Good. Okay, so that last note actually was not in tune. But make sure you focus on the C natural in measure 14. Right? It's right next to my first finger. All right, here is the second violin and viola part. 2, ready, and... legato. And yes, I did use a fourth finger in measure 14 for that A, and you should too. Notice how my elbow is swung out to my highest string to really get that fourth finger, okay? Here is the cello bass part. 1, 2, ready, and... lift. Okay, so after you do that 3 times, you can bump the metronome up 5 clicks. Remember to focus on tone, rhythm and timing, intonation, articulation, and bowing, okay? So for the first, after you watch this video, then you practice individually for about 10 minutes. Then you practice with your section, meaning first violins play with each other, second violins play with each other, viola, cello, bass, okay? And then after that, I have chosen a leader for each period to lead the entire orchestra in a rehearsal for about 10 minutes, okay? So whoever that is, just make sure that you listen to them. You guys are gonna do great. After class, do not leave your music on the stand, okay? Because we need to sanitize. I get tired of moving your music to sanitize, and I do not expect the sub to do that for you. So make sure you take your music and sanitize the room, and we should be good. Be sure to check your emails, okay, as that is how I will communicate with you. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, happy practicing.